Let's see. Let's see if it's going to work. Let's see. Oh, dearie me. Things I have to go through. Cost me a small fortune, this ass. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Let's see if I can find myself. I have logged on a little bit earlier, and that is just to say if I am actually logging on, basically. Or am I crashing out? I can't even find myself. Oh, dear Lord. Let's investigate. Bam, bam, bam. Let me go off there a second. Let me... Notifications. Let's go on there. Let's click that button there. Click that button there. Oh, there we go. Crumbs. Oh, there we go. I had words. Oh, hello. Dear, oh, goodness me. Right, Heather, Alison, Ruth, Deborah. Hello. Okay, hi Susan. Okay, right, I need to know what it looks like. Bam, bam. Is it doing weird things when I move my hands? Ah, dear me. Honey, hi. Hope you're well. I have got 2 streams on, so I need to know this is working properly tonight. Yvonne, hi. Nice surprise to see me. It's a nice surprise. I haven't pixelated yet. Trudy, hi. Heather. Oh, it looks fine. Perfect. Okay, so my hands are doing okay. Yeah, and we are okay. You know, when you move around and you do the okey cokey. Sarah, hi. Beverly, hi. Ruth, hi. Alison, hi. Hello, everybody. I'm just waiting for it to pixelate or do something. I've spent a small fortune on a router. I hope it has actually sorted everything out for me. Fingers crossed. That's all I can say. It looks okay when I'm looking at the pad. Like, so I've got my tablet on. So I've got the tablet on and I'm streaming from Facebook and YouTube. So this is the big test. No pixies tonight. Woohoo! Okay. Oh, I'm all excited. I've got 2 minutes to go. I've got some pixie dust somewhere. Let's have an investigation. Oh, you see? No, just think, oh, teal, emerald. Yeah, come on then. You've just made me think about that. Hello, Deborah. You are from the, lower in the US of A. Hello. Trini, hi. Deborah, hopefully you've got decent weather over in the USA. I believe your president is on his flying back over to you. He's done his visit, done his state thing and whatnot. All good fun, isn't it? My goodness me. So far so good. It will know as we all log on. The thing is, apparently when I move my hands, it goes all diddly-doo-dah. So I'm just trying to, I'm doing the okey cokey. Hi, Susan. Hello. So, hi, Sue on Facebook. Elizabeth on Facebook. Hanny, hi. And all the people hiding in the background. Hello. Anthony, hello, my sweetie. Hopefully you're well. I might have got rid of me gremlins and me pixies. It's looking really good so far. We've got 2 streams going. Dear me, lovely clear picture. Do you know something? This will be, and I will, if anybody's having problems, got to see the Northern Lights on. Oh, wow, Deborah, that's amazing. Wow, wow, wow. Fair play to you. I hope you took photos. This is the thing now, because, like I say, I've had to purchase another router to get the signal as it is here. Nettie, hello. Hopefully you're well, sweetheart. Okay, where we are, Pimple Pastel, let's do this. Yes. Well, do you know something? Well, we do have the Northern Lights in the UK somewhere along the lines. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you will ever know. Now, I obviously had an order. Oh, diddly-doo-dah. I had a bunch of photos. Oh, fabulous. I'll have to have a look, Deborah. Send me the link. Hi, Dominique. I ordered from Katie Sue Cosmic Shimmer. And this is what comes when you... How fabulous is that to have on the side? You know, and even colours to give you a little Winnie the Pooh. Love it. Yes, thumbs. Oh, yeah, I always forget that. You guys are just on the ball. But... it's nice just to have that on the side You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you will ever know. I want that to go out to all of you. Because oh, look how clear that is. I'm impressed. Look at that. 2 streams on and we're not pixelating. Miss Sunshine, I think I've done it. I'm streaming on 2. We've got Facebook on the go and we've got YouTube. There we go. Just for you guys as well, just so you can see. Look how clear and crisp that is. I am impressed. Okay, so the overhead camera is, I'm putting that up there so I can see it. I think that's fabulous. Love it. I'm super clear. Well, I will let you into my secret. I have brought a second rotor and I've got my ethereal cable or whatever it's called. We won't even go there, but I wanted to test it tonight because then tomorrow I've then got to drill through the wall of the house, put it outside, do it under the garden, dig it in, and then bring it to my studio. So, things we do, hey, for a nice crystal clear picture for you lot. Hello! Yeah, that's the cable, that thing, yeah. I can never say these words. Right then, so I just want to give a bit of a shout out to JJ. JJ's Debbie's little doggy who's been really poorly. So we just need to send him a big happy birthday and lots of hugs and kisses. So let's get that out there in the ethos because, you know, he is fabulous. He is such a strong little dog. You know, I've seen him go through. Hi, Chris. I've seen him go through some really hard times, you know, and he's come out. He's a survivor. He's strong like his mummy. So, fur baby, big happy birthday for Sunday. So there we go. So that's for JJ. Now, yeah, so I've ordered some bits and bobs as you do. And, oh my gosh, what joy and play will we be having? That's all I'm going to say. I am absolutely taken back by how well their embossing stuff is. And obviously their pastes and bits and bobs. So we will be doing, Sissy Pose, she's in the house. Sissy Poos is here. Maggie Moo, Maggie Moo. We've just said happy birthday to JJ, so we'll just send lots of loves and kisses to Maggie Moo. So there we go. But their embossing is like, to be fair, I've got a lot of embossing stuff, other brands, but I've never had a black embossing that's gone on so well. And I must admit, it's like bam. Hello, Michael. Kim, you well? There we go. But yeah, so I've used a couple of different products on there, so we'll be playing around with that. But I just wanted to just show you that, it will see, because obviously having a clear picture, it helps. So hi Diane, and hello Maxine. Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you're all well. I do seem to have a really good stream, so I'm hoping this rotor has actually. It did cost me a sense of woof and a big sloppy lick. That's all I need. That's all I need. So, what we're doing tonight. Now, I have been doodling around with a pen now. I'm good, thank you. And we're at the caravan. Fabulous. Can't wait to see the pictures. So, I've obviously got a fountain pen. Fancy seeing you here. Honestly, you guys. I can just imagine what you pair have been up to. A fountain pen, ink. Now, there is loads of ones on the market. You do whatever you like. If you haven't got a fountain pen and some ink, there's this thing called a pencil. And if you haven't got a pencil, this thing called a biro or a pen. You're in your motorhome. Oh, fabulous. Wow, you guys, honestly, love it. You could even do it with a Sharpie if you wanted to, you know. Hello, Sylv. So, I'm going to recreate, I'm going to use the little boy. So these are obviously Andy Skinner stamps, and all I've done is I am going to use my pen. Sylvia's in the house. She is indeed hobbling along well, but she's healing. We've got a place reserved for you on that naughty step, Sylv. Honestly, we've missed you. Oh my God, Deborah, the pictures are stunning. Oh, really? Oh, I need to have a look then once I've done this live. So let's crack on with this now. Then, what did I do? Where's my folder? Where is it? Right. Okay. So, oh crumbs, what am I doing now? I'm just wrecking the place. So I have used Let the Adventure Begin, and this is the new Cosmic Shimmer mounted stamps, as you do. So I've got the new set and all that. I've put it in a little folder. Go me. What can I say? And all I've done is I've popped him on there. Now I have got my pink frog. Super smooth. I've got this one at the minute. because I have got a few other bits and pieces as well. So, you know, as things progress, I will always tell you what paper I'm using, just so you're all fully aware. And I've still not pixelated. It's clicked in. It's gone out like it. We've gone up. We've gone down. Oh, I think I've resolved it, you know, people. I think I've resolved it. I'd like some feedback. If you can, let me know how this stream looks on both ways, on Facebook and on YouTube, please. That would be really, really helpful. Now, I know this isn't everybody's cup of tea, and some of you, you need to test it in a storm. I just need to, well, without the storm, I just need to know it's working. Plain and simple. Because, like, even without the storm, we had problems here. So, you know, stunningly clear on YouTube. Boom! I've nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Thank you, guys. Bam! Love ya. Right, let me just get a bit of tissue. Now, obviously, I've used Versa, not just a stream tonight, more like a river. Bam! I like it. I've used Versa, but you can use Archival. And all I've done is gone down the middle of a stamp because I just want the little boy. I don't even want the teddy. Okay. Yeah, it's surprising when you buy out. And I have purchased out my own pocket, by the way. Nobody's funded me or anything. This is little old me. And I have purchased a router and a cable. And I have put in, all by myself, I might add. Superb on both YouTube. Louise, thank you for confirming. Hello, we've got Anya, we've got Susan, we've got Gloria, and oh, hello. Hopefully you're all well. Right, so let's have a look. Let's just pop that round there. There we go, sorted. So when you wanted, oh yes, thumbs up. See, Techno Chickly. So that's another thing I can put in my cap. Please do your thumbs up. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense as you do. Obviously I'm back at work full time now, so things are going to change with regards to streaming and stuff like that. So I will give you a heads up. There's going to be an announcement tomorrow. Can't tell you what, but there's an announcement tomorrow, and that's obviously going to take, well, it's not going to take priority, but you'll understand once you realise. So I am still going to be streaming. However, it might only be Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I hope that makes sense. And the Tuesdays and Thursdays, obviously, I'm probably going to do a Tracy Tuesday, and then Thursday, tech support for us today. Yeah, no worries. Belly dancing in wellies. Now, funny you should say that. I have actually got my tassels on. I don't want to shake them too much, but there, hopefully you got the gist of that then. And wellies, yeah, I've got my wellies on. Let me just put me, there we go, there's my foot, just so you can see. Oh, you're so excited. Oh, me too. So yeah, let me stick this down so we can actually start to do something. Okay, so now on this one, I've put him over to the side, and on this one, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put him more down here, right? So I'm going to do a drawing on this one. Hope you're okay. Christine, how's your eye? Oh, there we go. How's your eye? Hopefully you're okay. So we've just got our little boy, okay? Now, because I've got these stamps in the folder now, I'm going to be totally straight and honest with you. Let me just open this up. You can only get 6 stamps comfortably in here, if I'm honest with you. So if you do buy the folder, then expect just 6 stamps to be enough. You can't overdo it. Hopefully that makes sense, because otherwise it won't close. Yeah, so when you've got 6 stamps in there, that is sort of it. We're going to have a day where we're going to actually be dressing these up, stamping, creating. Hello, Kim. Having a play with ours, so we'll do that, because I can't just have it bare sitting there. I need a bit of oomph to it. But our little laddie stamp. Now, whatever you choose to do this with, whether it's a pencil or sounds like a 60s band. Oh, hello. What me and me wellies with me belly dancing and doing some sort of flower arranging. Yeah, I'm just saying nothing. You guys put me in some situations, I tell you. Honestly. Oh, I've lost my pen now. What did I do with that? There we go. Sorted. Right, okay. So, just for those people out there that aren't sort of arts and crafty or who think that they can't draw or sketch. Now, with a pencil, it's very forgiving because you can obviously do it with a ruler. This, sorry, just read my, there you go, sorted. This, I'm going to just go straight on. There is no retake. So if I do a wrong line in the wrong place, that's it, done, dusted, tickety-boo. But I want to do, obviously, a lot of you guys like your water and that. This one I'm going to put a little bit, because we're going to have time to, because this ain't going to take me long. We're going to put some colour to these, because obviously I've just drawn these out. So we're going to actually add some colour to these. But I'm going to do sort of this replicate-ish. Maybe the bit of mountains and stuff in the background. But I'm going to sort of put together a little bit of something. All right. So I want you to sort of go, I saw a photo of Lisa in her belly. Yes, you did actually, Sissy. And I must admit that certain person is very naughty. It was minus, yeah, I'm not even going there. But, yeah, you saw the photo too. Oh, this photo's been travelling then, has it? Okay. Shocking. Right, first of all, I'm just going to do a line up here. I'm just going to bring that down. So we've actually, who's that? Yeah, exactly. I'm saying nothing. So already I've grounded our little boy. Now, you can, if you wanted to, I don't know, put in a kite, a balloon, whatever you want. You could have him holding a stick if you wanted to. There's plenty of these pictures where there's a little dog, there's a little cat. You could put all sorts in. But on this particular occasion, I'm just going to put a line there, and I'm going to do a horizon. And I'm actually going to do a horizon line just across, just very, very loosely. Okay? Me, yeah. Oh, dear me. And I'm going to just do a little bit of... Now, you haven't got to worry about how this looks. It's a sketch, and you can add bits into this. You can wiggle it around. Don't be so sort of, oh, it don't look this, and oh, we is funny. Yeah, you is funny. I'm saying nothing. Not a sausage. So you can do as much of a scribble, and there is no worry about how this has got to look, because it's in the distance. And something in the distance, you could make it just look like a lump, you know, a U, a V, whatever. And you could do some little McDonald's flying M's. We was really naughty. Yes, I'm sure. I'm saying nothing. Nothing. Not a thing. So for me, all I'm going to do now is just bring down just a bit of rugged. Yeah, I'll say rugged. Yeah, why not? And I am just going to bring that along a little bit. Nothing too harsh. And you can go along the edge of your mountain or hill, whichever you feel it is, because it's whatever you want it to be. And if you wanted to have a tree line there, you could put trees in there. You could put a little house. You could put a lighthouse. You could do whatever you want. But I've done it where I've got that skyline or that horizon line there, and I've just brought just a little few lines just here and there, just so it's going to give me that interpretation. Don't forget, I'm always on the end of the phone, Chris. Oh, bless you guys. We're all there for everybody at the end of the day. But Ruth, that is absolutely fabulous. Yes, it's nice. It's nice to hear all the support that's there. Now, if I wanted to say have a shoreline here, for instance, and if I want to bring it sort of breaking round, don't forget, oh yeah, bless, there we go. I can just sort of touch, wiggle, maybe that would be the shoreline in that sense. And if that is my shoreline and I'm happy with that as sort, and again, it's just a case of just some little scribbles. So you haven't got to be worried about how this looks. Bear in mind, this is in the distance. Okay. Yes, we'll all do hearts and hugs and loves. There we go. And again, all I'm going to do is just touch the paper just in places, just so it gives that sort of idea of movement, so that water's coming in. Now, what am I going to have between here and there? Now, on this particular one, obviously, you've got the full shoreline in place. So I'm going to do sort of a rugged area around here, sort of like this, with some grasses and some rocks. Now, it depends on how you sort of, you could bring anything round and down like that if you wanted to. And you can shade it so you've got a little bit of depth on this rock. And what you've got to think about is the difference with these pictures is where you're thinking about your light sources and what you've got closer and what you've got far away. So you're getting that perspective basically. So all I'm going to do here is just give it a bit of a rough sort of area, and he's walking down, so I want that to be sort of just a rough area where he's been walking and I know he's safe, so he's not going to fall. Yes, the ink pen, it's brilliant to draw with. Please do have a play. It gives you such really effective pictures, and depending on what ink you use, it's permanent as well. So, you know, you've got so many fabulous options when you just draw with ink pen. But yeah, it gives you a variety, because if you don't like it while it's still wet, you can move it with water. So I'm just going to give you a little indication here now, and I'm going to take it to an edge, bit of a cliff edge, maybe. I prefer them to fall. Yes, definitely. I totally agree. To be fair, Sissy actually inspired me to do this, in the sense of we were talking about different things. I'd noticed she'd done a few little diddly doodahs, and then I thought, oh, that would make a nice. So that's where this came from. So yeah. So I'm just going to put sort of maybe a bit of rocks here. And again, it's all about, if you thatched, you can just do some lines across and then come across again. Yeah. And that's another way of being a real quick sort of area just to colour in. And if you sort of want to sketch and just be little rough lines and things, do that. When you're sketching with a pen or ink or pencil, you haven't got to be perfect. Obviously, I can't rub this out. With a pencil, you can. And depending on what pan, you can see a face in the rock. Oh, wow. Where? Here? This rock? Let me just look at the reflective picture. Hold on. Oh, here. Yeah. Love it. It's a bit like one of those little the Easter Islands, isn't it? Now, here, for instance, now you know me with my grasses. You could quite easily go sort of, you know, quite heavy with some grasses if you wanted to. Because if you think he's walking at the top of some dunes, or he's in an area, I don't know, he could be abroad. We don't know where he is. We don't know what his little adventure is. But you could quite easily fill this in with such different sort of ideas. I mean, here we could like really maybe put together some more rocks and some stones and movement around. So it could get sort of quite roughish terrain, especially if he was abroad, for instance, because obviously if some of you guys have been away and been to some areas and it's like, oh, it can get a bit iffy in places, and you think, crumbs, how are people walking along there? You know, so again, it's all about just putting a bit of shadowing in, a little bit of area where your eye will think, oh, it's a bit darker there, maybe. Yeah. And again, if you're not comfortable doing that, then just a bit of a scribble or a bit of grass here, or hide it with something, you know. So to me, I'm just sharing. What make of pen is it? There isn't a brand on it, if I'm honest with you. I brought myself and 2 other people who I love dearly as a gift, and there isn't a brand on it. It is just, let me just undo it for you so you can see. It's just a fountain pen with the retractable. There are a couple of other nibs with it, but I find this one good for me. And it's a refillable one, so you haven't got to keep putting the cartridges in. And it's fabulous. So it's a standard one with just the ball nib. But it really does draw beautifully, if I'm honest. So it's going to be a bit of my go-to sort of thing in regards to that. So again, you can put in rocks if you wanted to, a bit of a circle, little round circle here. And again, if you wanted to put some more rocks and rough stones and things, away you go. There we are, sorted. Oh, dear, dear, dear. I keep seeing little advertisements in here and there. Crumbs, I'm being attacked by all sorts of stuff. Surprising when your internet works, what happens. So let me just, I'm going to leave our little man with his face there, because you've all seen him beautifully. And I'm just going to just put a little bit of something here. Now, if you've got that area there and you think to yourself, oh, what else can we do? Well, for one, I just want to take it somewhere. So let me just bring those little stones and rocks. Greetings, Jen. How are you, my sweet? Hopefully you're well. Lovely of you to join us this evening. I'm just testing out my new stream, and I think I have managed to solve my problems. Whoop, blumping whoop. That's all I'll say. I've never had so much stress in all my life. Losing signals and pixelations and all that nonsense. Now, if for some strange, I will have to look at it. Well, I mean, I've got this stuff here. This is Sailor ink, black Sailor ink, and I love this stuff. Obviously, it's from overseas. It is Sailor pure black. Let me just, I don't think it's, what's it, but yeah, it is a pure black. Black is black that you can get. There are a lot of different products on the market. You know, I've got one of Tom's pens with all these inks and stuff like that. But there is some beautiful things that you can do with ink if you're comfortable and confident to go straight onto paper with. If you're a little bit iffy and you think to yourself, yeah, dig out your ink pens. Honestly, they're such fun. It's surprising that we don't play around with them enough, to be honest. Cult pans do. Yes, definitely, Kim, definitely. But it just, again, it's just another idea for you guys just to have a little play, you know. So let me just fill this little blank space in. Let's just put a little bit of grass there. Now, our little lad is obviously clutching something. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put something in his hand like so. Yeah, why not? So he's now holding a stick. Why is everyone out of stock? Why is everyone out of stock of the Andy folder? Oh, honestly, they are like gold dust. They really are. It's crazy, isn't it? Now, with him having a stick in his hand, again, it's up to you. I could do him with holding a kite. He could be holding a balloon, but he could just be holding a stick. You know, again, it depends how creative you are, whether you're happy to draw a line with a triangle on and some flyi bits. Shall we do that? Why not? So if it was the sake of, you know, we've just got a bit of string on there, yeah. So we've got to do it so it looks like a bit of string. Let's just have a bit dangling down. Maybe he has a dog. Maybe. But you know what? I'm going to put line straight up. Be confident. Just go for it. I've used my cat topping my pencil stuff. Brilliant. There you go. You've definitely crapped your scream. Me scream. I'm screaming in these wellies. That's all I'm going to say. Right. So if he's got a kite, how long is a bit of string? That long on this occasion. Love it. So here now I'm going to do a little triangle like so. So now on a kite. Now forgive me because I haven't got my kite brain on. So this is just totally off the cuff now. And I'm going to do it like so and then just do it like that. And then here we're going to, I don't know, do something like so maybe. And then if I can remember correctly, let's just do something like that. Yeah. And as I say, you're using a pen, play. It hasn't got to look perfect. So we don't want, the stamp is that Tracy. This is Andy Skinner. This is an Andy Skinner stamp. Let the adventure begin. That's the only stamp I've used. The rest is freehand draw. But, you know, you could use my stamps for the grass. You could use the stamps that Andy's got, which can do the sea. If you're not very good at doing things like that, there's loads of different stamps out there. So feel free, have a play. So let me just turn that around that way and let's do it this way. Now, if you've got some colour and you want to play coloury doodah, feel free, put something on our little, you're welcome. Put something on and away you go, you know. But let's just do something like so. So it's now, I mean, if I put some more thought into it, I'd have done this proper wiggly, you know, and let's just maybe do a little bit of something coming on the end. Yeah, there we go. There we are, blah, 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 blah. There we go. So it's got this little thing there. Now, if you wanted to do it as a bit of colour. And if you were getting some coloured pencils and wanted to colour these in, go for it, you know. So for me, he's got his kite up in the air, done, sort of thing, yeah. So you could do that with the colour, however you wanted to do. So he's got his little kite out. You could do other kites in there. You could do people down on the beach. You know, you could really go for it if you wanted to. But that just gives you an idea of how easy, just to sort of, now you might say, yeah, it's easy for you, Liz, blah blah blah, but if you get some reference pictures and just see something you like, whether it's a tree maybe, or it could be a landscape picture, you know, it could be some fencing like what I've done here with this one, a tree, a bit of fencing. These were actually Andes trees, and I just stamped them and then turned them into a little bit, I mean, like this sort of stuff. All these are nice and easy to draw. You could quite easily just branch off like so, just do a couple of branches off, little leaves here and there, and you just do some, just a scribble basically. What else does it look like when it's at a distance, you know? And then if you wanted to add your beautiful bits of colour and stuff on, go for it, you know? At the end of the day, you can quite easily add so many different beautiful flowers and little ideas, you know. So don't think to yourself, oh, well, it's going to look like this. Well, no, you do it however you like. I'm just giving you an idea. That's all this is, an idea. So let me just put a little bit like this, like this. Just get yourself some reference pictures and think to yourself, oh, what does a bit of rough land look like? You know, what's there? You know, is it all just sort of little bits of grasses and bits of corn, or, you know, what are you actually looking for? What detail do you want? You know, where are you going to put your colours? Are you going to put some flowers on? Those are your questions that you're going to ask yourself maybe. And then you're just going to overcomplicate it by then thinking, oh, what am I going to do? So, yeah, it looks like cowslip. There you go. Simple, you know. And then we could, I don't know, you could do, let's have a little bit of something here. Yeah, a bit like that. And then, here we go. Little bit of something. There you are. We've got a little butterfly here. Yeah, there you go. Like that. Yeah, there you go. There you are. Daft as it is, you could make this up as you go along all day long. You could sit there and think to yourself, all right, and what do I want to play around with now? Let's do a little scribble. What's that scribble going to give me? Well, you don't know until you have a go, do you? Let's put a bit of grass on that. Sorry, he's got eyelashes now. Oh dear. But there you go. He's flying a kite. He's playing, yeah? Caught your cat claw in the wall. Oh, wow. So I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to let it soak properly in, and then I can quite easily play around with that and just put the sea in, put the sand in, put a bit of greenery here, nice bit of blue. Red kite, Bob's your uncle. Now, you can colour that in with pencil. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly, your wallpaper's being peeled off bit by bit. Cats are great, aren't they? Oh, it's a bit frightening when they start doing that. I'm going to do this one because this one's been dry for some time. So let's have a play with that a minute. So let me just grab some colour. Let's have a look. What have I got where? Now, I have got the charcoal black with Andy's new water-based ink from Cosmic Shimmer. And I do want to see what that's like. So I'm going to put that there. And where's the greens? Oh, I've got to do my greens. Let's have a look. So we've got forest green, golden green and olive green. These are the new Cosmic Shimmer ones. And there's some lovely sets that are done in sets of 3, like pop art and stuff like that, which I think are absolutely brilliant. Tuscan teal, and I'm going to do cobalt blue. Maybe we'll put a bit of sea together. I'll leave that one there. So these two, so I'm going to do, let's have a bit of brown. Let me just see. Brown, where would you be? Let's have a look. Oh, I've got a bit of that, bit of this, bit of that. London brick and French mustard. Some of these names are the same from the previous ones, which is lovely to have. Oh, turquoise blue. We'll have to have a look at that. Where's the brown? Hello, brown. Dark walnut. So if you have got the old Inkology set, obviously some, like I say, some of the names are different, but I want to see if there's difference with the colours as well. So let me just get a palette. Let's have a look. Have I got one lurking about anywhere? You know, when you want one, you can never find one. And then when you don't want one, you find them all. Honestly. Oh, I found one. There we go. Okay. Well, it's not the best. It's a bit dirty. What was that? Sorry. Are the colours any different? That's what I'm going to try now. So I am going to be totally honest and open with you. Golden green. This looks like the light green. Yes, it is. So all I'm going to do is just place them on here, basically. The olive green, I love my olives. So let's all know that looks the same. Perfect. Beautiful. Right, let me get something that resembles a brush. That will do. Now, I don't want to go too thick with the brush. Now, I've put a lot on there, if I'm honest. So, we're going to focus on this one first. And just so you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to keep that in view. I'm going to move this just out of view. But it's nothing major, it is there. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of water now. Let's have a... For one, I can see what it is. It's the only problem when you put... See, look at that. Oh, beautiful. And I do love, yeah, that's really nice. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to start with a lighter colour. And just on here, I'm just going to go over it really quite gently. Now, the best thing, what I'd say with, obviously, with these colours, is they move beautifully. And depending on what colour card or what card you're using, it's down to you to understand. I would say that the colours are very much the same. There might be a bit more pigment. I'll tell you as I go though, as you do. Let me just add as we go on here. Beautiful. So don't be shy to sort of, you can do several different things with this. You can add the water on the card first and move it down. If you're using, hi Sissy. Hello Sissy too. Oh, goodness me. Oh, that was another thing today. I ended up with a lot more sissies in the collection. Honestly. On the plastic palette, if you remember, move a bit. Toothbrush and let it dry and bleeding. Finally, watercolor onto the ink palette. Perfect. That's the stuff. I love it how we've all got so many different little tips and tricks and we share them. Sharing's caring. Fabulous. It's nice to have such a good bunch of people that actually are happy to share little tips and tricks, you know. So, yeah, fabulous. Yes, Bezzy Boo's in the house. Right, so I am just going to bring that together just lightly here. So the greens are absolutely gorgeous. I do love how well they go down, how well they blend. Now you can, the family is growing actually, yeah, definitely. It's nice. It's very nice because they're all nice people. That's the difference. It's nice to have such wonderful souls that are celebrating craft. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Right, so let's just put that together. Now, in that background, again, you can put in, I'm going to put a little bit of this dark walnut. I'm just going to pop that there a sec. So I just want to say, it's the black that's going to get me the most, I think. Because, oh yes, love it. Beautiful. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. So you haven't got to be into your paints and inks, but if you like to sort of add a little bit of extra depth into things, go for it. You know, because it is absolutely fabulous just to add those little bits of extras here and there. Let me just see whether that's, I think that might have been a bit of oils or something. I never know what's on my palettes, especially if I don't clean them off, so I do apologise. I think, Karen, I'd have to be Auntie Lynn. Bless. So while you've still got wet ink, don't forget it moves around beautifully, so don't be shy to sort of add those little bit of extra depth here and there. Now I do want to have a go. So this charcoal black is a new colour, And I believe the other new colour would be Marigold. So I'm going to put them there because those are new colours to the palette. Fur Baby's asleep. Oh, there we go. Isn't that joyful? Honestly, the greens are just like to die for. So let's have a look at Charcoal Black. Now, I am excited because it's very rare you get decent blacks when you're... Oh, yay. Nice. Okay. He's got me. Little tinker. Well, I never. Perfect. Okay, for those of you that sort of... Yes, nice. That like to do a little bit of painting, a little bit of play. It's light, but it's also heavy in with both, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Beautiful. Add additional. Yes, fabulous. Oh, very nice. It's nice for a nice shadow as well. Meg is shouting ahead of no. Oh, come on, Maggie Moo. Come and shout with us, my little munch. Oh, she's beautiful. She's got to have her voice heard. I think she's absolutely fab. Off a rocker fab, but she's fab. Love it. Let's have a look at this Marigold, because again, this is new colour that's been released. Marigold and Charcoal Black. Ooh, love it. Let's have a look. She is gorgeous. Such, honestly, she is, isn't she? Oh, hello. Nice. Look at that. That goes nice with the old meadows and greens and oh, yay. Perfect. Okay, cool. So don't be shy to add different colours to when you're sort of playing around, doing your stuff. I'm glad I've got this. Yeah. These inks are to die for. I am definitely going to be doing a lot more with these inks. Definitely. And I'm not just saying that just because I got them. I'm saying it because they are an absolute pleasure to use. They really, really are. Let me just put a bit more of a brown in here. I mean, look at this. Layer over layer. You know, we've put the inks down. The inks aren't shifting either, which is lovely to see. You could put so much different depth in and move it around with water. It's fabulous. Look at that. No harsh lines or anything. Look at the blend on that. Beautiful. Love it. Let's just put a little bit of blue up there. So, let's see how everybody is. Hi, Heidi Carol. Hello. Hope everybody's well. Let's have a look. I'm going to do a bit of Colbert. Honestly, would believe my door. Just found 5 minutes after you started. Oh, bless. I love it. They ain't daft, you know. That's when they know they'll catch you. Always do. Oh, that's a dark one. Oh, yes. Let's play with that. Okay. Right. So, this is the, I think it was the Cobalt Blue. Beautiful. I'm going to put that at the top, but I'm going to wash it down, as you can see, clearly. And I can quite easily put heavy. I mean, you can just spray water first before you do anything. Put your background on and then do pencil drawing if that's what you want to do. If you don't want to do that, then obviously you do you. Simple, isn't it? As you do. There is no right or wrong when it comes to putting paint and pencils and, you know, making marks on paper. What are the inks? The inks are Cosmic Shimmer, or Andy's water-based ink, Cosmic Shimmer. These are absolutely fabulous set of inks. They are gorgeous. Right, so let me just... So, again, if you've got a bit of a tissue, let me just see if this one's going to work. Yes, it will. You can dab it, make a cloud. How easy is that? So, you know me, I like to do my fluffy duffies, yeah? If you can't do that or you think you haven't got the right products, just get a tissue and bam, 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 done. Okay? Let me just put a little bit of something greenery-wise up here. Yeah. And it hasn't got to be perfect, you know? So don't think, oh, it's got to look like a perfect triangular tree and the grass has got to look perfect. This is you expressing. So don't worry. I mean, there ain't even any leaves on that tree, you know? Don't worry about it. You haven't got to have that perfect blend of colour, you know. And I've left space where, do you want colour on it? Don't you want colour on it? I'll let it dry. Let's think about it. Do you get what I mean? You haven't got to think, oh, I want that to look a certain way. Well, let it dry. Let's see what it looks like, yeah. Let me get a few. London brick is going to be definitely. I do. So we've still got London brick. So I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to get some French mustard. So that's sand, because that's just to die for. I bet you'll be buying these things. Oh, bless you. Right, so let's just pop a little bit of something down here. So we've got a bit of sand. We've got a bit of a shoreline, yeah? Let's just... I think we might just leave the actual... Let's leave our little people just to do a bit of something here. Now, I'm going to put that darker gold richness down, but I'm going to put some water on. I blame Lee, honestly. I get blamed for so much, especially if I'm wearing wellies, doing flower arranging and shaking me bits. Don't ask. That's all I'm going to say. Please do not ask. Honestly, the things I get, let it go. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Like, yep, that's the one. So all I'm going to do here is just sort of a bit of sand, bit of summit, yeah. And then I'm going to get the marigold back in again. Can't believe you're letting me sing that in my head now. Honestly, you are terrible. Is me singing Let It Go with me wellies on by any chance? So I'm just going to put some of that yellow. So that I'm going to put that marigold in with, mix it around, do a little bit of this, that and the other. And then I'm going to actually put a bit of green into this as well. You know when you've been up on the sand dunes? Well, depending on where you've been. Lift the picture a bit to get it in. Oh, sorry. My bad. There you go. I've just gone off on a tangent. It's all right. Let me shift the inks out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. There you go. Happy? There you go. All right. Is that better? Yeah, I'll take that one. Sorry. If you don't tell me, I don't know. Oh dear. But I've moved it now, so we're okay. Right. Gotcha. There we go. Right, let me just put a bit of brown into this. So yeah, as I was saying, sand dunes, fabulous little things. Easy done. No, honestly, I do it all the time. Dear me. It's easy done going off on a tangent with me anyway. So yeah, so very easy. Right then, so let's just bring this paint around. Beautiful to move. Let's just put a bit of a darker bit of something there. Yeah, why not? Now don't forget, when you are sort of putting your bits and bobs together like this, think of where you are. Are you standing on that hill with him? It's the excitement. It is the excitement. Roll on tomorrow. Well, you might not even be as excited as me tomorrow. You might think, oh, really? Is that it? You know? I'm just going to put a bit of water up there. Yeah, you guys might just think, oh, well, Lisa's getting excited over that. Really? Hey? It's okay, people. I'll still love you. It's all right. It looks like it's about to be skipping out. Oh, well, Lisa, we'll know. Will we know tomorrow? When? What's tomorrow? Oh, well, you'll see. Yes, tomorrow will be. There will be I'm doing an announcement tomorrow. As long as you are so, yeah, exactly. I'm excited. I don't do things unless I'm excited. So yeah, and Sissy Poos is excited too, but she's excited for me. So can you see how easy it is when you put the water down and then you just add that bit of ink and it just moves all on its own? And look at that. Perfect sky. I haven't got to do anything with that now. And I'm just going to get the turquoise and put it onto the sea. I'll be excited. I've seen you practicing your belly dancing. You have, actually. Oh, you guys, I tell you, I really owe you. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, it's all right. There's no such thing as late. You're here. Thank you. So, yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait to hear. Tomorrow, I love you. Ah, bless you. Love it. Right, let's get some sea down. So I'm going to do a couple of different mixes of blue on the sea because it looks really beautiful out there, to be honest. So let's just move these around a bit. There we go. Well, you know, the main thing I'm really excited about, the fact that I've got a live stream that actually works now. I must admit, I am mega excited. Oh, dear me. That's my main bit of excitement now. Because I might actually be able to invite people onto my stream. You know, Kim, you missed out. News is you've missed out. That's yeah, okay, fine. You haven't missed anything, apparently. So okay, it's all tomorrow. Tomorrow. There you go. Well, I'm hoping that you're all going to be as excited as I am anyway. And if not, it's no problem, you know, but it's just another chapter for me. And those of you that understand that, understand it. But there you go. Right, so let me just try and put some depth up here. Now, where you've got that horizon line, let's get it a bit darker. So I'm going to get that black out. Now, I don't want it to be like a jet black blob sort of thing. However, I do want to play around with it if you're excited with it. Oh, thank you. I love you guys, honestly. You're a fabulous bunch. Amazing support. Now, you might think that's a little bit too much that I've put on. It probably is. However, we've got water. We have got a brush. Let's move it around. Because we can quite easily take that into the water. There we go. So never think that if you've put too much onto something, you've ruined it. Let's move things along. There we go. Perfect. Oh, your cat's evil. I'll tell you what, I've never known cats like it. They eat through, you know, something. I must admit, I thought I might have had a cat here trying to, like, devour my internet. I did actually think of you, to be fair. I thought you'd sent your cats up to me or something, Alison, at one point. You definitely capture this. You definitely could put it. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Marie. That's very kind of you. I'm just glad that you all enjoy the lives and enjoy, you know, when me and Amanda are out and about sort of thing. So, you know, it's great that the support is amazing, you know, and it wouldn't, if it weren't for you guys, you know, wouldn't be here realistically. So, you know, let's be real about it. So there's a lot you can also take credit for. So what's announced tomorrow, it's not just a me thing, it's all of us, if that makes sense. So I hope it does, because I hope you will actually understand and you take that on board, that, you know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys watching me when I'm live. So, you know, let's be real about it. I'm here for you guys. You're here for me. And, you know, it's one of them. They're trying to, oh my God, they're trying to eat your ciggies. Oh, good God, I heard that for ages, your ciggies. Love it. Right, so I'm going to just put a little bit more darkness onto this little area here. There we go. You know, I'd love to just take a photo, send it me. You know, when you just want to peer into somebody's life quickly and see their cat eating their ciggies. Telling you to stop. Well said, Debs. I stopped. I mean, I used to smoke 40 cigarettes when I was a tattoo artist. 40 cigarettes a day I used to smoke. Dear me, very, very stressful. But, you know, them were the days. Don't smoke anymore. I've been stopped smoking for a very long time due to cancer and God knows what else I've been through the years. So, you know, I'm still here. I call myself a cockroach at times because, you know, no matter what, I still keep going. Personal joke, by the way, it's all right. Okay, so where are we at? So you've done your pencil drawing or your ink drawing. There you go. Look at that. We've got two beauties. Let me move the ink so you guys can actually see what I'm showing you, or trying to show you, or something along those lines. There is a little something I do want to do quickly before I go. There we go. So again, I might colour those in tomorrow. I might not do. I don't know. It's one of them. You just go with it, yeah? Let me just look at my chat, because there you go. Gotcha. So you can really go to town on that. Oh, bless Jules. Oh, sissy toe, what you like? You'll get me all blushing in a minute, you sausage. Right. You can do some splatters. Let's just get some water. This is what I love about this ink as well. It moves beautifully. You know, so don't be shy to really play about with the inks when you've put them down and you're drying them, okay? So I'll just put a few splatters on that one. You can put some bleach on as well, but I'm not going to overdo it because I just want it all to settle and just chill a bit, all right? So let me just move these out the way. I'm just going to grab myself another, let me grab some paint a second. So I'm just going to, let's have a look at that a sec. Let me just grab, let me just see if that's going to pull off. Yay, there we go, sorted. Right, so as you can see, I'm just dabbing off, just pulling off. Not too much, but you know something, it's just enough. That sea, look, I love the way how we've got that little bit of depth now. Okay, so I'm going to leave that as a piece as it is in its own natural right. I'm not sure what to do with that yet. So it's all right, Mama X, don't you worry. You're here, and there's no such thing as late here. You're here. Bless your cottons. Right, let's grab. Right, I'm gonna grab this. Now, it's just, you know, when you have one of them moments, you think to yourself, oh, I just want to have a play. So I've got the ink pot, yeah, as you do, and I'm gonna. You could squirt with whatever you feel the need to, yeah, whether it's a dribble, drabble, double, dibble, whatever, yeah. So this is the ink I've been using with regards to those areas there. Just tell your bank it's Lisa. Sorry. Don't say that. Oh, crumbs. Right, so let's just play around a second, yeah? Let's just have a... Let me just wipe my brush. I'm curious to see what we get. Okay, now let's just move this around a bit. Let me just put a plug on. Let's get some heat on the go. I suppose it's sort of, I just want to see the movement of pen ink and what I can do with it. So just bear with me a sec. Let's have a play. It was pink. Yes, so this is Pink Frog Super Smooth I'm using. So don't be shy to move this around. Now then, let me just dab that off a minute, because I want to put ink on top of it. So I'm really curious just to how, if I stamp on it and add more black, because I've got that layer that I've just put down. It's going to be sort of very Gansy-Tamby, diddly-doo-dah and all that, you know, as you do. Right, let me just try and find something. Let's find a stamp. And you know something, I'm going to get our little bubbles, our little girl blowing her bubbles. Now I am going to not stamp the whole image. Let me just move these inks over here a second. I want to keep her bubbles, I want to keep her dress, and I'm gonna go down so far like so, and the rest I could do into an image. Now, oh yeah, that'll do. I'm just gently, nothing too major, just taking away, because if anything's left on, I know I can sort of move it around if needed. But if I can take it off without taking the image off, then that would work well for me. Right, so I'm going to pop it like so. So this is another thing you can try. Again, obviously we've just dried some ink in, so it's been watered down quite a lot, that the ink, yeah. And you can see exactly what we've got there. The ink doesn't damage the rubber stamp at all. It's a rubber stamp. A baby wipe will clean it off. You could spray Purdy and Fig on it, no problems at all. So I'm going to pop her over there. Now, this is where I'm going to get my pen. And in fact, I'm going to open this up for starters. And then I am just going to wipe off my brush. So I have got a number 2 brush, and I am just dabbed the end in. And I am actually going to just literally put some ink down. Now, we can already see that the ink has moved as a background very lightly, which is fine for me. So I'm going to take it to her boots, because I want it to look like she's, you know, coming out of some sort of misting, or I mean, you could put a little witch's hat on her. You could really get a town on this if you wanted to. But I just want you to play around with different stuff you've got. If you haven't got liquid ink and you've got some of this, use this. If you haven't got this, use your liquid ink. So again, it's sort of the best of both worlds, but differently. So I am just going to move the ink around just a little. And let me just spray that onto there. Now, I want to obviously see our lovely little lady. But I do want to move this. So I'm going to move this around so you can see what I'm doing. Don't be shy to sort of make your own movement, colour. You know, you haven't got to use black, by the way. You can. There's a lot of different inks out there you can stamp with, whether it's archival or Versa. Use whatever you have got, yeah? You know it. I know it. There's a lot out there, yeah? So I just wanted to see... And I'm curious now to see whether this is going to bleach out, actually. Let me just dab off a minute. So again, let me just... Now, I have dried it into the ink, so I'm not expecting it to. But a bit like Sissy Poo's the other night, where we saw her use bleach on things which we didn't think was going to bleach out. That's how we learn, by doing this, by playing, yeah? So again, I'm just going to move up here. Going to move things around a little bit. I like movement, as you know. I love messing around with water, and I really like to see ink dance on the paper. I'm just going to do this a little bit more down here. That's better. That's better. It was a little bit too sort of playing in one place for me. Now, if you've got your Gansy Tambi, go for it, because I bet that would look absolutely stunning on something like this. Now, I'm just going to mop up a little bit, just so I've got a bit of an edge going on there. But again, don't overdo it if you don't want to. Right, I'm just going to dry that. I want to dry it on, and then I'm going to see whether or not the bleach is going to do what I want it to do. So the ink will move where there's water until it dries in. Look at that colour move. You can see it moving before your eyes. Love it. Diddly-doo-dah. Right, that'll do. Now, before I do any bleach on there, if you wanted to, because obviously it's absorbed into the paper, when you add onto it, it's not going to look like a secondary colour. It will just literally blend in beautifully. And this, when you're doing sort of a background thing, have a go and play around. You'll find some fabulous effects. And I know I'm one for grasses and little wispy bits, and it's like, oh, here she goes again, she's doing a bit of a wispy. But it makes such a great background, you know. So there's sometimes when I'll do something, because it actually does what I need it to do, gives me that little bit of life where there isn't any. Okay, so let's see whether, let me get my Domestos out. So this is a 1-to-1 ratio. I'm going to whirl it around a little bit. Can you ask Dave to sort my bless? Here we go. £80 for the inks. Oh, dear me. I'd wait anyway. You never know what's ahead. Right, let me just get a brush. There we go. Right, okay, so let's see. So I have got a 1-to-1 ratio of Domestos bleach and water. Now, if I'm honest with you, I'm not expecting this to work because it's synced in, and I don't think it's going to. But until we do something, we don't fully know, because again, ink has got different pigments in. So let me just play the game. I could actually paint over it, colour it out, which might be an option. So as you can see, it ain't going to shift, so it's permanent. Yeah, so clearly permanent ink. It's not moved, it's not shifted, so it's just so you can see, moving forward, it does what it says on the tin. Yeah. I'm going to say good night, Chris. It's lovely for you guys to have joined us tonight. So bless you. Have a good one. Thank you for popping by. Bless your cottons. Nighty, Chrissy Poos. Right then, so yeah, so if we was going to colour that in, let me just dry that off. Let me give it a quick black. I would do it with pencil. So if your card curls, turn it over, recurl it, or curl back the other way, and again turn it over, it'll recurl until you get your desired effect. Now, like I say, I quite like that, but for the benefit of you guys out there, if you've got your crayons, you know, we call them crayons when you're a certain age, they're crayons. You've got watercolour pencils, you've got all sorts of gubbins, yeah. What haven't I used? Most of these are, I'll tell you what, orange and black, orange and red, oh, red and black. Dearie me, let me just shift that out there a second. Let's have a look. Oh, yay. Oh, yes. Oh, dearie me. Now, it's nice because, ooh, you can really lay down the colour. Look at that. And even though you've seen me put over black ink, because you've all watched me just do that, let me just, a little bit there. You see, don't be shy to put one colour down. Let me just, I'll tell you what you have got to do. Make sure it's dry, otherwise you're going to pull the paper to shreds. So, let me just get a yellow. So I'm going to get sort of an orangey yellow. And I'm just going to, let me just dry it a bit more. Hold on. We don't want to kill it. Well, not intentionally anyway. There we go. So you can just see that little pull there. That feels better. So yeah, so you could just see that little pull there. So I ain't sure to show you at the end of the day when something like that happens. It's easy enough to fix. Just colour over it, you know, put a little bit of pressure down on it. Don't be shy, basically. There we go, sorted, done. Now let me just put a little bit of yellow here. Now when you're putting colour down, please make sure that your paper's dry. You could clearly see that it wasn't there, so that's where we ended up with a pull. So lesson learned. Lisa learns the hard way because she just makes the mistakes for you. But for you guys out there thinking, oh, let's get some ink down and play around and all that, make sure it's dry before you get a pencil over onto it, okay? So look at that. How gorgeous is that? Let me get some more red on, because I just wanted a bit of a highlight on there. So I think this is like a bit of a pinky red. Let's just pull that together now. So what you've got to think about is, where's the dark tones on the dress? Where's the tones of any ruffles or anything? Because she has a ruffle on her dress, yeah? So don't lose the detail that Andy's put in. But just also remember, you can play around with different colours, different depths on this as well, just to bring it all alive. So there we go. And again, you could put colour in. Let's put a little bit of red here. Going into that darkness. So you could take that in. I mean, the colour does lie over the top. Yep, so you can clearly see how that lies over. But I tell you what, that's absolutely gone down stunning. So let's have a look to see. Let me just see. Where's Buff? Let's have a look. Now, obviously, that's darker. So it's not like I can put a light over a dark. But if you think... Let me have a look at here. Let's see if this will go. So you can do a pencil over it. So here we go. Look at this now. So that gives you opportunities now to put additional colours over if that's what you want to do. She could be wearing a pair of tights, so you could put a different colour there if you wanted. So it hasn't got to be as in a flesh tone colour. It could be whatever you wanted it to be. Yeah. So don't always think it's got to be a certain tone, because it hasn't. Now again, I'm just going to pop a bit of colour into her hair. Let's bring it together. There we go. And as I said, just remember, if that card is still a little wet, just bear that in mind, especially if you're putting any pressure on to put your pencils on, because you will damage it whether you want to or not. It will go. That card will go. So I'm being totally transparent with you there. So I'm not going to say, oh, skip through the fields, it's okay. No, it's not. Okay, let me try and find a bit of a flesh colour. I'm going to go along these lines now. Now, when it comes to you going over like this to put a flesh colour on, you could just put a white on if you wanted to and just leave it like that. So the colour flesh tone I'm using in this instance is obviously Caucasian. A pinky tone sort of thing, yeah. Now, when you look at how the stamps have gone down, there is light and dark tones on those stamps, so try and pull them out in that particular way. So let me just get a darker pink, like a musky pink, you know, and just put her little cheeks in, maybe put her ear in, put some different tones over her hands, maybe think about back of her legs, the kneecaps around there, and just think how Andy's put it together, really. So there you go. You can quite easily put on any sort of iridescence with the bubbles. Let's have a look. Let's do this look. This is a pretty blue. It's like a lilac-y colour. Let's do that. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. There we are. Pretty. So if you're going to do a bubble, let's put a dark highlight, low light, and all the rest of it. Yeah, let's just put that on there. There we go. So that's her blowing a bubble, and then a bit of white on the opposite side. I don't know whether this is where maybe it's a bleed proof moment with the white, but that gives you an idea. Yeah. Now, the only other thing I'd say to do now is just where, you know, where we had that little bit of a problem here. I'm just going to put some lines in her hair. Because then, if you do think that the paper's gone or you've marked the paper, just put that on just to give it that little bit of oomph. And then if you need to come around or do any sort of touch-ups on anywhere, just bring it on the outside so that actually brings it to life. There we go, sorted. So if you don't want to colour it in, don't do it. Dead easy. Leave it as it is. But if you do want to colour it in, make sure you've got strong colours, contrasting colours. Let's put a bit of a white splash on that. You know I'm going to get my bleed proof out. I'm glad you're liking it, and I'd have to go and be brave. Oh, goodness me. Honestly, please do not think you've got to, like, this is not paint by numbers. This is make a mess Lisa style, yeah? Just have a bit of fun. It's only a piece of paper. What's the worst that could happen? We have a blobby mess. Whoopie-doo. even better. That'd make a fabulous. If you've got a blobby mess, just think to yourself, oh, I've got a tag now. Yeah, see it, done. There you go. Put her in a snowstorm, hey? Why not? Let's just dry that off. Right then, let's see what we got then, yeah? Nearly there. I dread to think what you two are up to. I really, it looks like a Christmas card. Perfect. Now, how alternative would that be, you know, for a Christmas card? We've got ink in the background. We've just done it's whatever colours you put on the dress, whatever colours you use as a background. You know, I mean, you could have quite easily have done these with these colours, but I just wanted to play. That was just for my own preference. I just wanted to see what this ink was like to move. So that was just for me, really, as a tester. So I just want to give you a heads up. Obviously, Amanda's on tomorrow, which is a nice surprise. So she's going to be donning tassels, flower arranging and belly dancing, which is amazing. Can't wait to see that. I am going to be doing 2 lives a week. Now, I might do a tester not tomorrow, on Sunday, but that will be my last Sunday. So it's going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays moving forward, and that's because of my work schedule, for no other reason. And things will look a lot differently from next week. You will realise this when you see tomorrow. Nothing major or anything like that. I hope I'm not going to disappoint you or anything with what you're waiting for, announcements and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm excited about what's ahead, and I'm really looking forward to the opportunities. Drawing our competition on archival. Yes, that's another one. So Sally Sunshine has just reminded me, drawing the competition winner tomorrow on the archival. Oh, how fabulous is that? There's prizes. There's I believe Amanda's putting in a workshop, an online workshop space, and I believe Tracy Evans has also done a gift voucher, which is fabulous because her stamps are to die for. So all I want you to do now is listen. I'm not asking you to go out there and buy ink or anything like that. I'm asking you to look through what you've already got. If you've got a Bic Biro pen, you can do this. Yeah, you could put the stamp down and draw off in black. If you're stamping a different colour, what colour pens have you got to do that? Yeah, so that's all. I've done it in black because I had black ink, and it was VersaFine Clair that I used. I could have used archival. I have got a whole heap of colours. But back to what I was saying. Goodness me, I do go off on tangents with you guys, honestly. So, my lives are going to be twice a week. If anything else is a bonus, I will be doing one more card on the memberships. And then you membership guys, we need a conversation to see whether you want to do other things, okay? Because what I'm going to say to you guys who have done memberships, do not purchase anything. In fact, once you've done this month's membership, I'm going to say cancel. Keep your money in your pocket because things are coming up, okay? So I'm being totally transparent and honest. So for me, this month will probably be the last one on memberships that I'm doing on YouTube. However, there will be other things coming which will be less money, so it's going to be money in your pocket basically. So that's what I'm all about. All right, so that's that. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm hoping your reactions are as happy as mine. Like I say, we will see. But get your inks out, different inks, whether it's pen ink, whether it's wet ink, whether it's paint, whether it's anything. Yeah, so yes, it's all ooze. So I'm really pleased with the stream tonight. I think everything has been really clear, and everything has been, you know, you're very welcome, Denise. It's lovely to have you on. So, you know, it's one of them. So yes, Has anybody noticed any drops, any piculation, or have I had any problems I need to be aware of before I actually start drilling through walls? Because once I drill through my wall, that's it. Well, I can plug it back up, but, you know, it's been fabulous. Oh, thank you, Sissy. Great stream tonight. Yes, okay. So it looks like we've done all right then, yeah? Perfect. Okay. If there's anything, feedback-wise, please do let me know. I'm losing my voice. I've really enjoyed showing you these tonight. Where was the other one? I'm sure I've done it. Oh, I'm sure I've done another one. Here he is. There you go. Flying his kite. I might colour that in and then put it out there. But yes, I have really enjoyed. So see how easy it was just to put that together. Sketching. Sketching's the key. Okay. Right then. So I've got Tim Holtz clonking my leg. That is his glass match just fell on my knee. Oh crikey! Honestly, I don't know how I manage it. Nice and clear. Thank you so much, Sarah. I'm glad that you've all enjoyed it. I am going to love and leave you now because I'm going to sit. I'm going to have myself a nice cup of coffee. I'm going to put my feet up and get ready for tomorrow's launch, which is going to be, I'm going to have got the ink one tomorrow. Oh, fabulous. That'll be great. That'll be really cool. So I'm going to say bye to you guys on the Book of Faces. Thanks for joining me. And I'm glad that everything you could see. So we've coloured that one in. We've designed that one and coloured that one in. Oh, that sand looks all right, to be fair. And then we've had a mess around with the ink. So, yeah, it's going to be good fun. And then, obviously, we've done that one. I haven't coloured him in yet. I'll let my mum do that one. I think she can colour that one in. So, there we go. Facebook, I will see you later. Thank you very much for joining me. So, I'm just closing that off. That's that done. Wow, I tell you what, this is so much better. So there we go. Lots of bits and bobs. There's little bits and bobs. I've got mess everywhere. I'm rejiggling. I've got a heater in here now. Right then, so I'm going to go. Thank you so very much for joining me. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to see what you create, and it makes no difference what stamps you use for this design either. I just have Andy Skinner's at hand, and obviously I've just had a quick little play around with that. So please use whatever stamps you have. I can't wait to see. Pop them in the groups. So you've got Night Sissy Poos, loves you. You've got Makers of Magical Things, and you've got Magical Mashup, and you've also got my own page, Lisa Magical Maker. So feel free to post on there to show me what you've made or what you've coloured in or what you've drawn. Can't wait. So there you go, people. I'll see you all later. Love you all. Take care, sweeties. Bye for now.